You know, we're making art here.
Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Hello, my gay gigglers. Happy
Yes.
Pride. Our favorite month of the year.
How have we never used that during Pride?
Because I saved it. Even though every month with the gigglers is gay.
Thank God.
Not to immediately talk about myself.
I was going to talk about you.
Oh my God, thank you. But
You're welcome.
people have been messaging me like, oh my God, like you've been more cunty lately, or you've been like serving more lately. And I realize it's all since Drag Race. Cause like Drag Race taught me that like to be the moment, where like before I'm like, I'm just Hannah, so like I kind of feel like, yeah, I'm wearing a dress, where now I'm like, I'm not Hannah, I'm
just Hannah in a dress.
I'm just Hannah in a dress. Like that's what I was doing. And like I know like other people, they're like, she's an icon, she's the moment, and I'm like, well, I'm
Right.
just wearing a dress. And now I walk in and I'm like, I can be the moment. You guys, it's
Yes.
all in your head. And now people
Yeah.
are like, oh, Hannah, like the gays are starting to like me more.
Yep.
And I just wore a scarf.
Do you want to know also what the gays respond to? Confidence. Like they can sniff a certain confidence.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was actually at a shoot recently, and they were like, I had to like answer questions, and one of them was like, okay, like what makes you feel confident? And which is like obviously like a question people ask all the time of like in general. And for a second, I was just like, I just like made it up in my head that I was.
Yeah.
Like, I literally made it up. Like I just said it one day, and then that was it.
I didn't understand like red carpets and stuff. I'm like, okay, so I have to put makeup on. I have to be here. And I think the gays like knew that like deep down. I didn't have my heart and my soul into it. But now I'm like, no, have fun with this. You get to like be this character and be this like version of you.
Dare I say the gays have the best radar when someone's pretending?
Well, the gays call out bullshit.
Yeah.
There's this Kathy Griffin TikTok where it's like, someone get a gay. I need a gay. I need a gay right now. This old TikTok was posted where I said, when someone says something mean to me and I need to think of a good comeback, I'm like, I need a gay. I need a gay right now. Can someone find a gay for me?
That's so true.
They read everything. They're great readers.
They are. And listeners.
And listeners when they have to be. But speaking of the gays, yeah, we were at Las Culturistas, which was a parade.
Did you have so much fun?
I had so much fun. The like combination of people was so good. Like it's like when you get invited to a party and I was like, I can't believe I got invited to this party.
It's just a night of comedy and fun and outfits, and it's my dream.
Well, I feel like I have to thank you because the gays first noticed us because of you. And then you showed up in that hat last time and they lost their fucking... They were gagging. They gagged. You were so dominant with the gays.
The hat was intentional because I knew my audience there.
You had them in the palm of your hands and they ate it up. And it was so good that to this point they were like, you could bring your weird friend. Like they were like, Paige, you can do whatever you want. You could bring your weird friend. And then I came and they kind of were like, okay, kind of serving.
Thanks for showing up.
They were like,
Paige, you can bring her anytime you want. I'm
oh. That's literally, I felt like I got invited to the cool gay party.
I'm like, I told you guys you were going to like her. Just give her a chance.
You were literally looked at me and you were like, this is your moment. You're ready for the gays.
What were we talking about this week? And you were like, oh, that's kind of like, shoot, I lost it. You said something really funny this week, but it was like a comparison of something. And I feel like we were at Las Culturistas and now I can't remember it.
Oh, I did a metaphor.
It was so funny and it just made me think of it.
Well, thanks for acknowledging something I said made you laugh. I don't do a lot of metaphors, but when I do.
Yeah.
So this week is my special week. It comes out Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I've been doing some press and I had a funny moment during press.
Wait, before you say that,
Yeah.
can I just say that Hannah was so Hannah about her special coming out. Like a couple weeks ago, she was like, okay, so who should I invite to my party? And this is like what I think I'm going to do. And then like a week later, she was like, nix the party. Think it's stupid. Not doing it.
No, I had a 200 person guest list. 200 people. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. But Actually, I'll tell you right now on the pod, something new just came out. Well, we were going to do a screening and it got canceled. Logistics weren't working. And I have an idea. I don't know if you're around though, but Taylor Strucker just had a baby that I haven't seen. I think I'm just going to throw a catered like dinner get together from like 7 to 10 at Taylor Strucker's.
What does her having a baby have to do with that?
A baby makes a party.
Oh, perfect.
And she
You're
has
gonna do a Friday night.
And she has a rooftop if you don't like babies.
Oh, perfect. I'm out of town.
Are you actually? Oh my God. Because I was like, oh, you love this Taylor Strucker. Okay, fine.
I do love Taylor Strucker, and I would love to meet her baby. I've only ever gifted her baby something, and I haven't even like looked her in the eyes and introduced myself.
That's actually so you. You love a baby gift.
Love a baby
Did you get her
gift.
the trunk?
Yeah, of course. That's what I give everyone who has a baby. I'm like, and here's a memorabilia trunk monogrammed with your baby's name. Now, like, everyone knows I send that trunk. So, like, now my girlfriends who are having babies aren't even waiting for me to send the trunk. They're sending their color requests. They're like, not going to leave it up to you because I have a vision in mind. Can you use these colors when you send my trunk? And I'm like, sure.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
If you don't have a trunk, you don't have a baby.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What came first, the baby or the trunk?
If I haven't sent you a trunk for your baby, just know I don't fuck with that baby.
If you have a trunkless baby.
If you have not received a trunk from me for your baby, I'm sorry, we're not real friends.
If you thought you were, now you know where you stand.
Now you know. If you haven't received a trunk.
Wait, also anything else from Las Culturistas? It was fun to like sit back and like enjoy a performance.
Yes. It's so fun to like walk into a theater and not have a panic attack.
I know, we're like never in that side of the theater.
Yeah.
You know, waiting for it to start and or we were just whispering to each other, which is really fun. Oh, look, I wanted to wear
let's
a
talk about
bandana. It ended up giving pirate, and it also wasn't the normal size of a bandana. It was like a big Italian Cavalli scarf. So when we wrapped it up, it was like bundling.
Too much fabric.
And I vetoed it. I said, girls, gays, we can't do this. Paige has been through a lot. She had a long day. She just got off a 6-hour flight. I don't want to like have her have to emotionally process this. I said, we're doing a scarf, babe. We're doing a scarf. But then the scarf was causing drama all night. Poor Josephine had to keep redoing
Poor
my
Josephine
scarf.
was on scarf duty. My favorite comment was that I was dressed very you-coded and you were dressed very me-coded, and like together we were still ourselves.
Oh.
And I loved it.
Well, you were wearing Tom Ford. Oh,
I was wearing Tom Ford top, and then I was wearing an area skirt. The theme was a gay fever dream.
I thought the theme was evening wear.
I think maybe that was the attire, but the theme was gay fever dream, which I think you could wear whatever.
Wait, attire and theme are different?
Yeah, well, like the attire is like how fancy it is. So like if you got an invitation to a wedding, it's black tie.
Got it.
Attire, cocktail attire, but like the overall theme was gay fever dream, which I think is whatever you want it to mean.
When do you decide when to smile or not in a photo? Because I've been really playing with that. I'm like, I'm not smiling today.
It's just like whenever the wind hits me, you know, in a certain direction, I'm like, I'll give a smile. You know what I don't do? When people tell me to smile. Because I'm like, you're not in charge of my aesthetic on Instagram.
Wait, you've actually never full tooth smiled on a carpet?
I feel like I have because I've been like bullied into it. Not to like fully Chapel Roan over here.
Yeah.
But like I was bullied into
the photographer
smiling.
will just be right there, like 5 feet away from you and be like, give us a smile.
Yeah.
And you just are like, hey. And then that's the photo they use.
No one talks about this because I may come off as unrelatable in this situation, but you ever been on a red carpet and when there's like all the camera people and a particular one like doesn't care about you, not for like any particular reason, just like doesn't give a shit. So like they just turn to the side and wait for the next person. And it's so and you're standing there and you know that like other people are taking pictures, but this one guy just like doesn't give a fuck. And it's so, you're like, okay, so like, did I do something? Like, do you know you do not give a fuck because you just don't care, or like you specifically don't? It's very jarring.
But everything is fake in this world. So like I've gone to a carpet before and like
everything is fake and everything is owned by everything.
Yeah, but people weren't excited. And then like one camera guy recognized me and was like, hey, Hannah. And then the other one got excited and started taking pictures. Next thing you know, they're all excited taking pictures. It's like, so sometimes like they'll start not knowing and then they see other people care. So then they're like, oh, I'm supposed to care. So everything's made up. It's kind of like if you fake paparazzi, people think you're important. You know what I mean?
And I don't think people at home know that before you get on the red carpet, there's a whiteboard that they write your name on.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
that's
flash
humbling.
it before you get on the carpet so that they know who the fuck you
Makes
are.
you feel like a substitute teacher. They're like, this is Hannah.
Now everyone's going to be nice to Hannah today, right?
Burner with BERNER. I at oh my god, Sports Illustrated 2 weeks ago. You have a bigger aura than me sometimes. When you like get out of a car, I feel like people are like, that's a celebrity.
Okay, thank you so much.
But you've like, I feel like this is something that you've had since like the womb. Like you came out and the doctors were like, photo.
They said get her out of the nursery. She needs security. Put her in a private room.
Yeah, yeah. You came out with sunglasses.
Yeah.
And a lip gloss.
Yeah.
And someone was powdering your nose. They were like, okay, she got a little shiny in there.
Taylor was literally there as a baby powdering me.
They're like, don't let her come out looking a mess. I like will get out of a car and people assume I'm a publicist, I think. I can definitely walk in a way that no one will notice that I'm there, if that makes sense.
So you Marilyn Monroe yourself.
I can. I don't know if I can make myself look important, but I could definitely like make myself look unimportant. I walk out and I'm walking to this event, and I guess there's always someone who's supposed to be your like handler and be like, okay, here's your ID, here's whatever you need to get into the event. I always walk past them and they never see me. And then at Sports Illustrated, I was like with my little cousin, Andrea, and she was helping me out. And I was like, girl, we're going to have a fun day, VIP, Sports Illustrated. I walk in and we're at the elevator and they're like, do you have a wristband? And I was like, no. And they're like, did someone give it to you? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, you need to get a wristband. And I'm like, I'm in the magazine.
Yeah.
And this is like a big event with like lots of different people. But I'm like, I'm in the magazine. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but like,
you're like, I'm the prettiest girl in
America. And so then I went to another place where they were giving out bands, but I guess it was for like general public. And I said to the girl, like, hey, can I have a band? And she's like, what's your name? And I was like, Hannah. And she was like, I don't have you on anything. And my little cousin Andrea is literally dying laughing because I walked in being like, you're about to hang out with your cool cousin and we're about to rock this town together. And the lady looked at me. She's like, bitch, I don't know who you are and why you're bothering me. And I was like, okay. And then finally someone saw me and was like, Hannah, you walked past the person. And I was like, I just walked in.
Yeah.
So that
it's
happens
very
to
humbling.
me all the time. But I also realized that I'd be a good spy.
I'd also say that in my life, if someone said who's the most confident person that you know, I would say you. And I think that that's why I gravitate toward you, because your confidence like comes off onto me and then I feel more confident. So basically I use you a lot.
I would argue that we both are really confident, just in very different ways.
Here's the thing with your best friend that like, and look, me and Hannah have been in some like peculiar situations together that are so niche.
True pickles.
That like if we even explained it to you guys, it'd be like, I don't get, like, I don't know, because it's so nuanced
Layered.
and so niche. But everyone can relate to being in a situation with your friend and you look at them and like in your brains, you're locking eyes and you're saying to each other, we only have each other in this weird life. And the amount of times, even just this week, that like I haven't even been in the same room with you, but I've had the thought where I'm like, and I only have Hannah in this life. Like,
you actually got quiet at one point this weekend, and I never felt more connected to you because you knew that I knew you were being quiet and I was letting you be quiet. Because one thing you don't do as a best friend in public is start poking your friend and being like, what's going on? Are you okay? So I was just like, I'm going to let her have this and acknowledge, give her an eye. And she literally was like, I'll talk to you later. And I was like, I'm ready. I can't wait. The second she's in the car, my phone's blowing up.
I felt you. Sorry, I just like got like a 1930s wave, and I didn't even like.
Okay,
know.
Cindy Crawford.
Sorry, I like caught a glimpse of myself. I said, "Wait, it's just giving hair."
You're like, Grace, screenshot. Okay, continue.
I forget what I was saying. But yeah. Oh, no. I did have a moment where like I felt your presence next to me, but I wasn't looking at you. And I knew that you knew that I was annoyed about something, but I couldn't say it in the moment or around people. And you just looked at me like, okay. And I said, yeah. And like, and we had a full conversation.
Because I'm
like,
also not blowing up your spot. I'm not blowing up your spot. I'm just letting you know we're clocked. We clocked it. And we'll discuss this later.
We talk about as women so much how like your friendships change when you get married, when you have kids, and like it's hard to like balance everything. And I truly think that you and your friend just need to have one of those moments every 6 months, and it keeps it on track. You can keep on.
Well,
like you can go and not speak to them for a month because they're busy, as long as the next time you see each other, like you have that type of moment.
There's just nothing worse than being in a social being outside and experiencing something and looking around and no one gets it and you're just like, I'm alone in this world, where like I didn't even know what you were thinking, but I knew that I would agree. Does that make sense?
And isn't that what life is? Isn't it just finding people that agree with you? Like, you want to know what? I actually don't care if people think I'm wrong, because I know that I have a group of 6 girls that 100% agree with me.
And my mom and
like,
my cat.
at all times.
Like
yeah.
Butter, that's a great example. Like, you think Butter's disagreeing with me? Butter is fighting for me every second.
Wait, not to bring up like an actual cat combo, but like serious question, because I've only had Daphne for 2 years. She's my first cat.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, you have a short-haired cat, so I like can't call you sometimes because I'm like, what, like, she's in a different situation. I need to know if, one, I need to know how often you're brushing your long-haired cats, and second, I need to know if my cat is AI, because I'm not kidding, when Daphne gets like a mat on her, I genuinely feel like she comes to me, shows it to me, and like lets me get it off of her. Like, I feel like other cats, you have to like fight with them to brush it, or like, you know, they don't want you like digging at their, like, I genuinely feel like Kitty comes up to me and is like, you're going to let me walk around the house like this?
Yeah.
Like, fix this.
Yeah.
And so I need to know that from the long-haired cat moms.
So one thing I know is my mom brushes her cats, even though they're kind of short hair, but like they love getting brushed. Like,
okay,
they walk up to her to be like,
yes,
brush me, bitch.
Yeah,
and
that's
other
how
side
I feel.
And the back, and don't forget the front. Thank you.
And sometimes I feel like she's judging my brushing. Like, I feel like she wants to be like, and this isn't what I pay you for, bitch. Like, do it better. Like, if she could physically grab her brush and bring it to me, I feel like she would.
Whenever I have something on the calendar where I need to look hot, but not like I tried too hard, I go straight to Revolve.
Whether it's girls' night, dinner downtown, a weekend away, running into your ex, but thriving, Revolve just gets the vibe. It's my go-to when I don't want to overthink my outfit, because everything is styled in a way that actually makes sense. I'll find one top I love, and then Revolve shows me similar options so I can build the whole look. It's dangerous, but it is efficient. You can shop by vibe too, date night, night out, vacation, so I'm not 14 tabs deep questioning my entire personality.
And if I even do panic order multiple sizes and backup options at midnight, the shipping and returns are so easy. It's not stressful. And I'm normally so bad at returns. I feel like we're both obsessed with Helsa blazers right now.
No, I'm having a full Helsa moment.
We can't stop doing Helsa because they really show, like, they go in right at the waist the right way. It's chic. It's classy. So that's what we've been wearing a lot from Revolve.
And I also love her dresses. I feel like I've ordered a bunch of summer dresses recently.
I also randomly will get like earrings and just like a kitten heel that I see that they recommend because it makes it so easy. They have styles that feel elevated but effortless. All the brands I actually wear, new arrivals daily, inclusive sizing, and the best customer service with fast, easy shipping and returns.
Whether it's a girls' night, a date, or one of those I need to look hot but not like I tried too hard moments, Revolve always has it. Go to revolve.com/giggly and use code giggly for 15% off your first order. Fast shipping, easy returns, it just works. That's revolve.com/giggly, where you can shop our faves and get 15% off your first order. Offer ends June 16th, so don't miss out.
I was in a long conversation this morning in DMs with a giggler who sent me a photo of a cat. And she sent me options for names. Guys, I can't come up with names off of nothing. I need to know, like... So she gave me some good options.
Wait, there's a girl on TikTok that literally started a business where you can pay her and she'll brainstorm baby names for you. You give her like certain things about you and your husband and she'll brainstorm based on your personality. She was like, I just realized I was good at it on TikTok a couple years ago because celebrities would get pregnant. I'd predict the baby name and I would like kind of get it right a lot of the time.
Oh, so she's magical.
So she started an entire business where she will brainstorm baby names for you based on
Instead
you.
of Etsy Witch Breakup, she's doing Etsy Witch Babies. I'm obsessed with her.
Yes.
Also, I was talking to someone yesterday who had a baby, and I was like, what's your baby's name? And they were like, my wife and I actually haven't decided yet, so we just call it Baby. And I was like, how old is Baby? And they were like, 8 months. And they were like, we can't decide, just Baby. But they have another kid, so they just call it like, there's this kid and Baby.
Wait, I thought like
There was a birth
I
certificate
was under
or
the
something.
impression that like they don't let you leave the hospital.
I
until
know,
you, like,
but
named your baby.
So many things in this life just seem like a movie and easy, but it's not. Like, I think if you're at home, it's also so much pressure what you name the baby because that's like their whole identity for the rest of their life. And like, I don't know. I think sometimes people are too casual about it.
Also, I was asking my friend Katie, who literally just had a baby. I was just going to say, just had a baby drop last week.
New baby dropping.
Dropped her new baby. Hell yeah.
New baby drop in a week.
And like we've been chatting. Oh, and also I was like, oh, I want to come see the baby. And I completely forgot that you have to like wait a certain amount of weeks to like see a baby.
Yeah.
So I was like totally forgot about that. But when the 8 weeks is up, I am in fact busy. So I'll catch him later.
You go, do you have another baby dropping? When's the next drop?
I mean, when's the next drop? No, but we were talking about how like she was saying how after you give birth and everything's over and you like sleep and you're ready to leave that you just leave. And she was like, and it is so weird that they're just like, okay, bye, good luck, like see ya. Like in my head, they send a police officer home with you. So like make sure where you're even bringing this baby home is suitable. Like no one's coming and checking. It's such a crazy concept.
Yeah.
But then I thought, just like Hannah losing her bag at Sports Illustrated, you're handing it to a woman. So what bad could happen?
Literally. The doctor, if it's a man, he's like, please take this away from me. I'm
like,
exhausted.
You're just handing it over to a woman who you know is going to do the right thing. And honestly, what's changed my brain chemistry is I saw a quote that said, the only people that live on earth are women and their children. And I'm obsessed. Because that is the only humans that live on earth is women and
their children can include cats. I do have to say, this cat that was sent, she sent me options. And then I thought of, I really want someone to name their cat Pepper. I think Pepper's so cute. But she was like, this cat has some like brown undertones. And I was like, how about Mocha? And we ended up going with Cinnamon and her nickname's Minnie.
Cute. They're never going to call that cat Cinnamon.
Unless she's really naughty. Cinnamon.
If you've named a cat and you already have their nickname, you're never calling it their real name.
Yeah. Or, yeah. That's true. But now I feel like I have, you know how, didn't Sheena or didn't you like get bought a penguin by like
Hannah, I can't believe you would bring this up right now.
Wait, that was so
I
fucked
bought
up.
a penguin for an ex-boyfriend one time, and I genuinely think I was scammed. But also, it was the cutest. It was such a sweet gift.
That's how I feel about every Giggler's cat. I'm like, give me updates on our cat.
Yes.
But where is that penguin?
I don't know where that penguin is because they never responded to my emails. But then I like still get emails from the place like to this day. Honestly, that penguin sensed the energy and was like, nah, here, you're not adopting me. Now what's going on over there?
Paige,
You got me fucked up. I'd rather be in the wild.
please, page 6 or whatever, put a headline, Paige and her ex abandoned penguin. Decide they don't want to co-parent. No one knows where the penguin is.
I used to get asked about that penguin all the time.
Oh my God.
like,
I think
don't
Sheena
frickin'
had a
know.
penguin at one point.
Oh, I think she might have.
I'm like such a fangirl. Like Sheena can do no wrong to me, like ever. When she commented on this advertisement we have up for Hulu dropping, and she wrote, "It's all happening," and I'm like, does no one understand the gravity of this?
Wait, I saw Sheena. Also, nobody gives credit to Sheena and how funny she is. Like,
Inconsistent.
no, her comedic timing is actually hilarious, and people literally don't give her credit. There was something about like Summer House, and I think it was something about like Jesse Solomon, and he was like making a post about himself, or like, I don't know, something. And Sheena commented and was like, "Okay, Sheena, like making the whole scandal about you." Like, and I was just like, that's hilarious. And that's funny.
Also, not to get in the weeds, but she like told a story about how her ex put up a TV and it took him like only like 7 minutes. That's hilarious. Like, why is everyone taking shit so seriously? If my friend was like, he put up a thing in 7 minutes, I'd be like, that's fucking hilarious. She's obviously like
so funny.
just starting a good conversation about how long it takes men to do things. Like, why was that turned into like,
people were really
they
mean
canceled
to
her because of that.
in like the beginning years of Vanderpump too. Like, they were really mean to her, and I'm like, this girl is hilarious. Like, even when she first got on the show, I was like, everyone thinks I look like Britney Spears. I'm like, this is a TV gold. I'm obsessed with this person.
Obsessed. So yeah, I had this interview, and the lady, who's actually like giggler, hilarious. We had such a good conversation. And then there's a part of the interview they always like to get a little deeper after they're like, what's going on in your life? And she was like, you talk about having imposter syndrome, especially as a stand-up comedian who came from reality TV. Like, what do you do to, you know, be confident in yourself? And I was just kind of like answering questions, but like this light bulb goes up and I was like, I've never said that. I've never, like, I was going to go with it. But then I was like, you cannot be a people pleaser right now. Like, that's literally everything you stand against. And I go, I'm so sorry. I don't know where you read that. I need to have imposter syndrome. Like, I could actually benefit from like a little bit of imposter syndrome because I'm out here like singing. I literally to this day still think I can hit the Cynthia Erivo note.
Right.
And it almost cost me my friendship with Paige. During tour. And she
wait before you finish the story. We're sitting at Las Culturistas. We're in the middle of the show. I feel a tap on my shoulder. I look over and Hannah goes, "So you really would never sing and dance on stage?" Like, I could tell she's watching this performance, and in like a normal person's like, wow, they're doing so well. My friend is like, I could fucking do this. I could get up there. I could learn this dance right now. And I knew she was thinking, next Giggly Squad live tour, there will be a singing and dance moment. And I looked at her and I go, no, I would have joined the theater.
And I was like, you don't have to move. Like, I'll do something around you. And you literally like, I can't do this right now. I'm trying to understand. And I was like, okay, well, I'm planning choreography, just letting you know. And she's like, I'll deal with this later. We're in the middle of
the show. We'll talk about this after.
We were literally a married couple. She's like, can we talk about this in the car? I'm not doing this in front of everyone. Oh my God, there's a clip going around from our Zoom dance. You dancing on Zoom was so funny. You were doing like, you did like
she was a different girl. She
Sometimes
had a vigor.
I see old photos of you and I just love looking at it because I'm like, I miss her. I mean, I'm biased, but I feel like we're exactly the same, except we're smarter and less reactive. So anyway, I feel like it's assumed a lot of the time that women have imposter syndrome. Like, I feel like whenever anyone's successful, they're always like, how are you handling the fact that you're successful? And I'm like, because this is the only way I will survive, or I'll feel like I have no purpose in life because I've been chasing this since I was born because this is all I'm meant to do. Like, what do you want me? And I don't know if they would ask men that. Like, when a man blows up, are they like, Alex Warren, do you have imposter syndrome? Or Somber, do you have imposter syndrome?
Never one time have I seen a guy answer that question. Because the equivalent to that question for men, I feel like, is, oh my God, can you believe you've made it to this point in your career? It's not that you've like Where with women, it's like you've had to have been doubting the whole time. This is
like
shocking.
you're doubting
we're
yourself,
shocked.
you're questioning
We're
yourself.
shocked. You're shocked that
Yeah.
we're here. Where men, it's like, doesn't it feel good?
No, but like when you start in reality TV, everything gets harder because everyone's like, but you on reality TV, so you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this.
Right.
And you're like, I'm sorry that I got casted for something and it actually wasn't my dream.
You're like, if we really think about it, I couldn't do reality TV. I actually can do that.
I tried.
We're really breaking it down.
Instead of calling me a reality TV star, we should just be like, she wasn't able to do it.
She wasn't really on that much. No, I don't know what it is. I think probably also, because reality TV is mainly women. So I think it's also looked at as like
Not skilled,
dumb,
stupid.
It's when in reality, it's like the number one connection we have to like anthropology. Like watching how women react to certain situations, watching how friendships evolve, watching how like just your lives change in general from different ages, you can watch in real time. Now, granted, there's obviously editing, but like so there's some people on reality TV that you've watched them for 20 years.
Can I actually give a metaphor?
I'd love it.
Reality TV is like anthropology, but it's more like reading a history book. Where at the time you're like, this is facts, but then you realize that the history book was in fact written by humans, and there's always a bias. For example,
I'd have to literally smoke a joint
No,
to
no,
get
no.
through the.
Listen,
start over.
like history books
yes,
were written differently in the South than the North.
Yes,
They tell the
Okay.
story of our nation differently based on what they want you to know and how they want you to perceive it.
yes, okay,
So what I'm saying is reality TV, when you look back, you realize like, oh, that was a time when it was popular for this or they wanted this angle. And it's not straight facts. It's through the lens and the narrative they want you to see it from. So that's why I love when people get more information when they go back and they're able to be like, wait, now that I know this scene looks completely different.
Wait, okay, were you done with the imposter syndrome story?
If you want me to be.
Oh no, I just
No, I mean, I could talk about it forever.
I didn't know if you finished the story. So what did you end up saying to the person?
Oh, I was kind of proud. I stood up for myself and I was like, I actually don't think I've said that, which is like kind of awkward. Like you don't want to have
Yeah.
to say that, but I was like, I've never said that and it's not what I don't have imposter syndrome and I'm happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here.
Happy to be involved.
I'm happy to be involved. I love it.
You're doing great at your job.
You're doing great.
At
I'm
mine.
doing great. Did you ever have imposter syndrome and think how to whatever? Imposter syndrome is like you telling yourself you shouldn't be here, which I have had in other things.
Situations.
Yeah, like tennis,
Yeah.
I had imposter syndrome before because I'm like, I'm not.
Being a successful comedian, you're like, I know.
That's just art.
Yeah.
I'm like, if the people laughed, you were funny.
Right.
That really gets rid of your imposter syndrome once you get
Yeah.
that first laugh. But yeah, if you're a girl listening, you don't have to have imposter syndrome. It's not like part of our DNA. You can just like believe in yourself. And then when the good things happen, you go, yeah, I knew. Like Paige, you don't have imposter syndrome.
No, I knew from a very young age that I was meant for more. I just knew it. There's actually so many different situations in my life that I was telling people, like I was being rude to people to be like, how dare you say I'm not going to do what I say I'm going to do? Like, okay, you don't think you're going to be famous. I do. Like, get away from. I always thought I was going to be famous. Actually, there was a moment when I was in my early 20s. I had just graduated college. I moved to New York City. And I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I said I was going to be famous by 17 and I'm like 23 and I like haven't done it yet. And I remember thinking like, am I just going to like stay at my job and not try? And getting really upset that I had like missed becoming famous.
You're like, I'm 22. I missed it.
Well, I think I had a like modeling agent say, if you're not famous by 17, it's really hard to like break into it.
People love saying that stuff to people.
Yeah. And I think that like stayed in my head for however many years. And then I remember I got Summer House and I just thought, yeah, like I'm this was supposed to happen to me.
Because also you were so ready for your moment. Like when that happened, you'd been so over prepared and ready. Like when you sat down in that confessional, you were like,
I've trained for this.
Go. It wasn't like, oh no, what's happening to me? This is all unfamiliar. You had already seen it in your head a bazillion times, and like
I've been performing.
You saw yourself walking at the premiere already. You knew the outfit.
Totally. I knew I was meant to be on a red carpet getting in a fight with a paparazzi.
About smiling. Also, I think it's time for Women in STEM of the week. I have so many submissions now weekly in my DMs. I'm
getting overwhelmed.
We actually have to hire a new employee to handle all of those, but
because we want to highlight real women, like everything that started as a bit. So now I feel bad when the real women in STEM are like, hey, how about highlight us? And we're like, okay, but she like tied her hair with a cute bow.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, this is a bit. This girl was like, hey, I just graduated Cornell, like engineering science.
She's like,
whatever.
hey, I made the rocket. Like any rocket. I made it. And we're like, okay, but did you use a straw as a makeup brush?
No, these girls are so smart. One girl, I think she's like a doctor. She's like, I saved like the lives of 2 twins today. And I was like, hey, not really the right fit for the segment. It's not really the voice and like the angle we want, but like obsessed with your work.
And you do have imposter syndrome for our personal Women of STEM of the week. But
also, would you ever ask like a doctor, a female doctor, like, do you have imposter syndrome when you go into surgery? It's like, no, this is who I am.
No, because if she said yes, you then realize you're dying in that moment. Like if your doctor has imposter syndrome, that's really, honestly though, so many gynecologists I've gone to definitely have got imposter syndrome because they had no idea what the fuck was going on. Anyway, that's for a different pissed off of the week.
So Women of STEM of the week, don't know her name or anything, but there is a girl going around who realized that you could do your own color analysis by just going to Home Depot. And you walk behind the wall of colors and you just take photos of yourself, and then color analysis are made up anyway, so you can then decide what you like, what's best for you.
Hannah, we have to go.
No, I know. Well, okay, do you think color analysis is made up? But like,
no.
But when they show it, you'll be like, I like her in that color, and they're like, that's a horrible color. And I'm like, isn't it like, or it'll be like the most subtle, I don't know.
I think there's obviously there can be subtle things that you're like, yeah, you could go either way. But I think it is real because there are sometimes like, okay.
Like colors wash me out for sure.
But a bunch of girls went to like somewhere and did it, like a bunch of influencers. I forget. It was like an influencer trip or something. And you could tell, like when they, like the blondes with blue eyes, when they did like the dark colors, you could instantly tell that they looked way better in like the bright colors because their eyes just popped and it looked. So I definitely think it's real. I think there are certain things if you have like a like I think our complexion can go like both ways sometimes.
I'm so flattered you're putting my complexion.
I know.
Then
I looked down at you and I was like,
no, so
like,
I'm told
she's way more fair skinned.
I have olive undertones because of my Sicilian, which you have, but then because of my like European mutt, I have kind of rosacea.
So
I don't have rosacea. I just have a reddish hue that like.
You don't have. Yeah. So do you know what colors you think you are, or
I like kind of, but like I would love to do a color analysis. But like I'm also like, someone has blue eyes, wear blue. Okay, I don't even pay someone to fucking. I tell Des wear blue, wear navy, wear this shade of blue.
No, I need to go get it done.
Also, I can't believe I didn't tell you this. My mom visited, and I don't know. I feel like as you get older, you just like cherish every day with your mom. Where you're not like, okay, we're not going to do anything. I'm like, what do we do? She told me that she had some friends playing mahjong and she doesn't know how to play, and I was like, I think you can like get mahjong lessons. So I went on Instagram and I was like, mahjong lesson, DM someone. Next day, they came over to our house, me, my mom, and 2 professional mahjong girlies, put down the mahjong mat, and for 3 hours, I felt like I was at Harvard. We learned how to play mahjong. It's really difficult, but I felt like I was learning a new language, and I was like, I can't wait to be in like a mahjong group drama.
Wait.
Paige, mahjong is taking over as like, because it's kind of a language that like you need to know it to play it, and then once you're in it, it's like an art form, and it could take 3 hours, the game. It's basically like, I don't know if you ever played gin rummy with like your grandpa.
Yeah.
Why would I bring him up?
It's like Rummy Cub, but with tiles.
It's like Rummy Cub if you were on mushrooms and cocaine. So it's, and what people like is
because aren't all the tiles like pictures?
they're gorgeous. They're all like glass, and the backs are really pretty, and you could do all different styles, but they all have like a certain thing that they're called. And it's based off of like the original game is Chinese. And this is really confusing, but every year there's a different card to like make the game more challenging that you play off of. It's like crazy. So now I have just so much respect for people who play mahjong because it's so complicated. But like now I like kind of want to be in a mahjong league.
It's so funny because my assistant Josephine is always trying to play games.
Yeah, she loves a game.
Like anytime we're
You're
anywhere,
like, let's try responding to an email.
and we have 5, she'll be like, how about we play cards? I'm like, we are in the middle of a shoot.
You also, when there's a second you're watching your show, you're not like starting. Also, you're not learning a game.
No, the one day she did make me play cards. We were like at my apartment waiting for something, and like we just had time, and she was like, you know, we could. And I was like, well, do you even have it? And she was like, of course, I keep it in my bag. And now there's like this new game that she wants to teach me, and we were at a shoot today, and she was like, if I had brought it, like we could have played it on set. And I'm like, we're at work technically. Like,
she's like, no, I actually canceled the job.
So I can't start playing that unless I bring her. So maybe like me, you, Grace, and Josephine join like some type of
mahjong league.
Yeah, mahjong club.
I just think like before phones, like people played cards and games. I also heard, because I was talking to some people, this one woman has a 15-year-old daughter who's obsessed with like buying a Walkman and like all the nostalgia of like the late 80s, early 90s. So like the kids, I think after Gen Z, there's a generation that saw Gen Z and was like, wait, maybe we should not be online as much. And
I don't know, Gen Alpha's just as fucking nuts.
Maybe before Gen Alpha. But I think like it's funny, the world is realizing like we gotta undo some stuff because we've gone too far.
I think whatever our generation's kids are, they're gonna be fine. I think once like all the younger millennials have kids, we'll save the world. It's fine. Just add it to our goddamn tab of things that we've had to deal with. Now we have to fix the whole human race.
Can I say one thing that pissed me off this week?
Yes, I love when other people get pissed off.
A man called me sweetheart.
Give me the context.
Like it was like in passing. Like it was like an older man that was just like, do you know where this is, sweetheart? Like not in a creepy way, but it's like, I think we're done with that. Like I don't.
Oh.
You love that. I hate that.
I love that because like, okay, how old?
Not like 80. That's fine.
That's okay.
He was probably like 60.
Okay. So he's someone's dad.
Yeah, don't call me sweetheart. Also, I'm 34.
See, I don't hate it because
you like being a sweetheart.
Am I around a lot of creepy men? No. I'm like, wait a minute. No, because I feel like I've heard that growing up my whole life from either like my uncles or my dads being like, sweetheart, can you get like.
Yeah, my dad never called me
I
sweetheart.
don't know, but yeah, I guess like a man that you don't know.
But also I realize I am projecting, but like, yeah, in my household, I wasn't sweetheart. I was a bad bitch. So like when a man tries to infantilize me and call me sweetheart, I'm like, I'm nobody's sweetheart. I'll ruin your fucking life. Sweetheart? Sweetheart. Oh, I'm going to start calling men sweetheart. Imagine I go, thanks, sweetheart. Thanks, sweetheart. That's how you know it's wrong. Because if I can't do it back to you, don't do it to me.
Even just the context in which I put that in, like, oh, well, I feel like there's a lot of men in my life that, like, in my life I've been called sweetheart. Is there anything that, like, our moms have called the boy, like any boy.
Well, it's funny to think of like what boys call each other. They call each other boss, chief. Like, thanks, chief. Chief. They get chief and boss, and we get sweetheart or ma'am.
Yeah. Have you been called ma'am yet?
Yeah, that's like a slur.
Yeah, I've been called ma'am by like a 15-year-old. Well, it had to be 16 because it was like a valet parking attendant. And I looked and I was like, that just made me really upset. And then I ran the math in my head. Like, yeah, he saw me and was like, this old bitch is someone's mom.
See, I have imposter
like,
syndrome where I think we're 27.
Not when you talk to someone that's like 16. Yes, with us, like around people like us. Yeah, talking to you, I'm 27. When I'm dealing with anyone under 25, I'm a strong 33. I'm even pushing 40 because I'm like, you're doing what? With who? Even my friends that are like 2 years younger, I'm like, you're drinking at this hour? It's 11 p.m.
You know when you're talking to older people and they make references of like movies and actors and you're like, and they're like,
Yeah.
you don't know who that is? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's so annoying. Like, why would you even say that? But then you literally do it to them. You're like, you don't know who Justin Timberlake is? And they're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't fucking know you freaking.
Well, in our defense, we didn't have social media to learn those things. They have social media. All our famous people are still famous for
like,
them.
Des will bring something up and be like, you never saw that movie? I'm like, when did it come out? And he's like, 1992. I'm like, I couldn't walk. I was I couldn't even put a sentence together. And what was it? I had to wait for a rerun that my dad had to click. Like, you know the chances?
I literally just stepped out of my mom's vagina. Give me a minute. Like,
Be
I
like,
don't even have my own room yet.
whatever happened to hi, hello, how are you? And I guess some people's parents were a little more like, you gotta watch these cult classics. But like,
Right.
I was busy, and also it literally was every night my dad was watching the Knicks, and then going during the commercial breaks he would like go to the middle of The Godfather, and I'd watch it from the middle, and then I'd go back.
I don't care as much. Like when I meet someone younger and we're talking about something that's very millennial coded and they're like, I haven't seen it or I don't know it. I don't get upset about that. I'm like, yeah, why would you? Unless you had an older sibling. But when I meet someone that's my age and I bring up a show and I'm like, for example, like Clarissa Explains It All or like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Boy Meets World, and someone's like, oh, I didn't watch that. That's when I'm like, well, what were you doing? Because I was the same age, and I know that it was a Friday night, and it was TGIF Friday. So where were you when Boy Meets World was on? What were you watching?
Wait, what's Clarissa? What's Clarissa? Who's Clarissa?
Clarissa Explains It All.
What is she explaining?
It was Melissa Joan Hart, who is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It was her show before. It was Clarissa Explains It All.
Okay.
And she sits in her room, and the guy comes up from her window. Hannah, are you one of the people I'm talking about?
Okay, that's from 1991 to 1996. So you were watching reruns
No, I was watching it in 1996.
when you were 4?
It was on... Oh, maybe I was watching reruns.
I'm just saying that was a throwback a little bit. You know, I hold you accountable.
I
on
have
this
a
podcast.
distinct memory of watching.
Even Stevens like put it into my veins. Yes, even Stevens.
Okay, yeah.
And
Okay, you know what? I digress. Never
you
mind.
know what? Like, it's been a fucking long day. It's 1:00. Like, even Stevens came out in 2000. We were on.
Wait,
that.
this is actually really diabolical. Hannah's in a different time zone, and last night it was like midnight New York time, and Hannah's like, we could do like a late night giggly episode. I'm like, it's midnight. I can't do giggly.
I was like, do you
squad
want
right
to party?
You're like, hey, want to sit for an hour and talk about everything that annoys us? Put it on the internet.
I do have to say,
I
it
was
would have
like,
been an
wait till
epic
the morning.
episode. I was like shooting something yesterday, and a giggler was there, and she's like, have you recorded the pod yet? I'm like, no. Like, should we record it tonight?
While you texted me that, I was full face mask, hair mask. I was like, I'm a little busy.
Well, that's the thing
Full
with
of
you.
cereal.
At night, you actually like have a second job at night, which is like undoing the day and like being prepared for the next day, where I actually am kind of creatively at my peak at 11 p.m.
When you share a bed with a man, like, so many things can happen, but like one of the things is like them knowing your schedule and like if I want to get up because you've already fallen asleep and I haven't even fallen asleep yet, and I want to do things downstairs, like different projects on my own, like it's none of your business.
Wait, projects. So, like, we have to do projects to stay sane.
Yeah, like if I get a hankering to organize my hair closet.
And the hair closet is right next to the bed. That's not my business.
I have to do it.
No, but my problem is Des falls asleep during the Met game around 7:30, and then I put him down around 8, and then obviously I have to brush my teeth. Sometimes I have to shower. Like this is not conducive.
And sometimes I'll truly be laying in bed, and this man will be falling asleep next to me, and I will be wide awake, and in my head I'll be like, I didn't have enough time with me today. And so I physically have to get up from the bed, go onto the couch, do something different, do something that's just for me. And I don't think there's enough women out here talking about what we're doing from the hours of like 10:30 p.m. to like, I'm going to say 2 a.m.
I was going to say 2.
Because I know there's a lot of women that were up.
There's a word for it where it's like you have to make up for lost time in the day that you didn't spend by yourself.
Yes. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If I worked all day, if I woke up with a man in the morning, I worked all day, and then I'm going home and I'm getting in bed with that same said man, I had no time alone.
You're like, if it's a different man, that's all the time.
Different situation.
That's
you're
just
you're
trying
ready,
out different flavors.
Yeah, you've got new things. Same man. You're like, I need to be alone for a second. That's when I scoop Kitty up. And I'm like,
I was going to say, does Kitty love this like second time of the day where you hang out alone with her? She loves it.
Yes. Well, yeah, because like when there's a man in bed, it's a different aura. Because like usually it's just the two of us. She's on her side. I'm on my side. Like she likes what I watch on TV. We don't ever disagree about it. Like she doesn't want any of my snacks. I don't want any of hers. Mm-hmm. So when there's a man in the bed, it throws off the whole situation.
Yeah, Butter, when I'm just sleeping alone, she's literally, you could tell in her eyes, she's like, I could lay anywhere.
Kitty's purrs go crazy. Don't even need a sound machine with us. Don't even need a sound machine. Just pet her head. It's the best.
Anyway, you guys, it is going to be an amazing week for everyone. We love you so, so, so much. And thank you for giggling with us. Talk to you soon. Bye.